What is going on, guys? Thanks for joining my channel, Robinhood. This is Bob. In today's video, guys, we are going to go over my strategies I do for option trading. In this video, I'll show you a couple of wins, and I will also show you my biggest loss this year so far. So let's get started. So all of the option trades, guys, I'm going to go over with you today is going to be with AT&T. If you are not familiar with my channel, I did go all in with AT&T. I did buy 5,300 shares at an average cost of $29.67. My current total return is up 8.48%. $13,335 is what I'm up currently. I did make a spreadsheet so I can go over this a lot easier. If you do look at all of my history just for this week, I do a lot of trades just with AT&T here. So it would be kind of hard to explain this through looking at all the trades that I've done for the week. So I did make a spreadsheet, so let's check that out. So first, I'll go over a couple of strategies that I go with the most simple strategy to a little bit more difficult. So the main thing I like to do is, since I have 5,300 contracts, I like to sell call options. Basically what I'm hoping is that the stock will stay the same, if not go down just a little bit, or at least not to hit my strike price. So on the 3rd of this week, I did sell a call offering 53 contracts, so offering 5,300 shares of my stock and a strike price at $32. So this paid me a premium of $14 per contract. So if I let this premium expire, it would have made me $742. So what I like to do, especially when the stock opens up really high and it kind of hits a resistance, I like to buy the contracts back. So the same day, just a little bit later in the day, I bought 53 contracts back, same strike price. So it cost me $8 per option. So I bought it all back for $424. So this gave me a total profit of $318. And this was probably within a 2 or 3 hour time period. So this is kind of my go-to selling covered calls, what I like to do. But I also have recently been buying puts. So if it does go up a significant amount, more than I think the stock should go up, or if I believe the stock will go back down, I'll buy a put. So this basically means that I believe the stock will start to go down. So this day I bought on the 5th 100 contracts, strike price at $32. This cost me $17 per contract, so $1,700. And then same time, probably within 30 minutes from when I did this, I sold it back 100 contracts, $32 strike price for $19. So it was $1,900 for 100 contracts. This made me a total of $200. So these are two simple ways you can kind of make money with options that I like to do, but it doesn't always work out this way. So the other strategy that I do is I like to dollar cost average. So this is how I won. When I say win, it was only 10 bucks, but it's better than losing a whole bunch of money. So I did the same thing here. I bought a put, 50 contracts, average cost, strike price at $32. Average cost was $28. So I spent $1,400 on this. The stock kept on going up. So I bought 50 more contracts, same strike price at $27. And then the stock kept on going up even more. So I was down probably about $300 or $400 at this time. But then I bought 20 more contracts, same strike price at $24. So that cost me $480. So I was getting a little bit worried on this itself, because AT&T usually does not run up and keeps on running up, but it basically just stayed the same. But the next day it actually did fall just a little bit, enough for me to break even just about. So I did sell them back 20 shares, average cost of $32. So I sold it at an average cost of $27. So I was really just trying to get out of it, just to try to recoup my money, because obviously I had $3,200 into this option play. So I ended up only making $10, but it's way better than being down. Like I said, I was down $400 or $500 at this point. Break even. So if you watch AT&T this week, it just kept on going up and up and up, and that's not consistent with AT&T. It'll usually go up, then the next day it may go down, then it might go up again, it might go down 2 times, but this time every single day except for Friday it went up, and it ended up. So this is a strategy to try to break even though this is not always a win strategy. This is one to try to recoup the money that you have lost. So this is selling covered calls. I did this on the 4th. I did 53 options, strike price at $32. I got $13 in premium. So this would have paid me $689. By the 6th, the stock kept on going up. The premium kept on going up as well. So I actually bought to close out all 53 shares, and it cost me $40 per share. So this cost me $2,120. So instead of just eating this cost, I knew that I got a premium of $13 and I paid a premium of $40 to close it out. So I would have to make a minimum of at least $27 per contract to sell another call. So I was searching. So the only time that I could find this was on the 28th, which I sold a call, 53 contracts, $33 strike price. So it is $1 higher, so it's a little safer. But it's also 3 weeks away, so we'll never know what happens in 3 weeks. So I was able to get a $27 premium, so I basically broke even with this. So this was a zeroed out. But if it does start to go down more, and this premium ends up being in like the $4 or $5 range, I may actually close that out at a loss just so I can sell other covered calls to make a little bit more money than what I believe that I can get if I let it expire. But like I said, this is still 2 or 3 weeks out, and hopefully it will be under $33. So this is the loss, the huge loss, probably the biggest loss this year. For the amount of money I have invested, is not a huge amount. It's just a little bit over 1%, but it really hurts. So if you look here, guys, I was doing a dollar cost average again. So this was on the 5th. I bought a put thinking the stock would go down. I bought 100 shares, costing me $5 per share. It immediately kept on going up and up, the stock. So I bought 100 more shares, trying to dollar cost average at 4, hoping that I can sell it at 5. Didn't work. The next day, I kind of went a little too much. It dropped all the way down to 2. So I could have just took my losses, sold it at 2, but I decided to go more because I'm like, AT&T cannot keep on going up and up and up. So I bought 500 contracts at an average cost of 2, which cost me $1,000. And then, of course, later on in the day, same thing happened. It kept on going up. The premium was at 1, so I bought 83 more contracts at $1. And then I was hoping it would go down, or at least I would be able to close out all of the contracts by the 6th for $2 at least, just to take a loss, but not as bad as that I took here. But so the last day was a Friday, which is the 7th. And honestly, if you're this far out, it's really hard to get any type of people to buy the contracts back, knowing that it's not going to hit $31.50, and they paid such a low premium for it, so not a lot of people would buy it back. So I was able, because the stock did fall on Friday a good amount, I was able to just close out 54 contracts at a $2 average, bringing me $108. But on the 7th, when the Friday ended, it expired. 729 contracts expired worthless. So all the money I put in went to zero. So average cost of $2.57. So I lost $1,875 in option trades just by this. So what I really should have done, I should have either bought only 100 or possibly 200 contracts at 2, and then maybe take a less loss. But I really assumed that AT&T would have started to come back down, which it did, but it was Friday and it was way too late for me to sell any of the options at a decent price. I couldn't even get it for $1 at one point. So that's how the different types of strategy that I go. But in 19 weeks that I've been trading with AT&T, there's only been 2 weeks where I have actually had a loss on option trades. So this has definitely been my biggest loss. So hopefully this video helps you guys a little bit, and also put a little bit more insight on how I buy and sell calls, because there's a lot of different ways you can do it. I also do buy calls as well, but since the stock itself was going up and up, then you would think that the stock would start to go down a little bit. So that's all for today, guys. Please definitely hit the like if you found this helpful. Subscribe, guys. I'm trying to get to my 500 subscription goal. And don't forget to comment below. Let me know if there's anything that you guys learned from this, or anything you guys have to say to help me out to try to get a little bit more income. So like I said, this was definitely a hard hit. I am going to do my week 19 on tomorrow. So definitely check that out, guys. You guys have a wonderful day.